babies get cancer at the age of 2 and die
Exactly.
before they hit 3.
Yeah.
I got no sympathy. You're saying, okay, you don't have the right to breathe, even though you were here, and it's just wrong and cruelty.
Would you say you're taking away their right to breathe when you hunt them as well?
No.
All men are narcissistic pigs, including myself.
Hello, I'm here in Norwich today and we're talking to animal lovers. I've got a sign here. Thank you, camera person. And we're going to see what animal lovers think when it comes to veganism. Okay, so we're talking to animal lovers today and you've come and seen the sign and you would deem yourself an animal lover. What does it mean to be an animal lover to you?
To me, animal lover is respecting animals, putting animals' rights before your own, in my opinion, selfish rights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what do you think it means to be unloving to an animal? Like, can you think of an example of something unloving?
Yes, of course, there's just in mistreating them in general, and then there is, in my opinion, eating meat, eating animal produce, and yeah, I'm a vegan, so.
You're a vegan. That's fantastic. We're actually talking to people about veganism
Yeah.
today. Do you think you have to be an animal lover to be vegan?
Not necessarily, no. I think if you can see that we have no right to kill animals for our taste in things, and
For animal testing?
Yeah.
For animal testing.
Animal
Yeah,
testing,
yeah. Nice bag. It's really interesting to see people who have those bags, and we talk to people who have those bags, and then they're not vegan themselves. It's very odd. It's
there's a lot of hypocritical people.
Yeah, yeah. And what would you say to someone who isn't vegan? What would you compel them with? Like,
I would say, give me any benefits on not being a vegan, basically. Like, to me, there is none. Even if you're not particularly an animal lover, there's still, you should still be able to morally say, hang on, this isn't, like, I'm letting animals be mistreated, abused, killed, murdered.
yeah.
Murdered, that's the word. Because I like the taste of chicken, I like the taste of beef. It's
Yeah, and it's not even that anymore. Like, you can get vegan beef that's
there's
insane.
So much good stuff out there. Like, people just,
So it's literally a case of, I don't want to put my hand somewhere else in the supermarket. I don't want to try a new product.
Yeah.
And an animal has to have their, all the things that happen to them, throat slit, bog,
and they, non-vegans will call themselves animal lovers because they have a dog, a cat. They feel like any mistreatment to a pet, like a dog, a cat, is different to a cow, a pig.
Yeah. And what we do to them arguably is worse, because obviously it's horrible to kick an animal, but to send them to a slaughterhouse, yeah. What do you think, in knowing, I'm sure you have knowledge of things that happen in industries in vivisection, what was the thing that shocked you the most, if anything, that made you think, oh my God, we really do this to animals?
Yeah, so I was a vegetarian for a long time before I became a vegan, and in my thoughts it was, I really believed there was such thing as free range, and there's no such thing as free range. I think a lot of people think that there's certain places where they don't treat animals bad before they make your meat, but there's no such thing. And
No. Would you consider yourself an animal lover then? Because you said you're a hunter and you eat animals.
Really, there's hunting animals, and then there's putting them into a pen where they can't move, they can't shit, they can't exercise. That's wanton cruelty in my
Wanting
mind.
cruelty, yeah.
That's just wanton cruelty. There's going out into the natural environment, tracking what you want, making sure you aren't in the wind so they can't smell you, hiding and blowing that his brains out and eating it. There's a big difference. And then
What is the difference?
what
would you
is the
say?
difference? That animal has lived a natural life before you came along.
Yeah.
Whereas being in a pen, like a 2x2 foot pen, that's not natural.
So for you, as long as it's natural, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say about, because I first thought that, but then I started thinking, obviously horrible things happen in nature, like sepsis, for example, and I wouldn't say that that's a good thing.
That is God's way of saying, F you, you've been here long enough.
You've been, even if you get it at like not very
Yeah.
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, listen, Babies get cancer at the age of 2 and die
Exactly.
before they hit 3.
Yeah.
I got no sympathy. I got no sympathy for the babies who die and for the fucking. The only thing I don't like is the fact that it is basically like a machine of cruelty.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, factory farming is a weird one, really.
So why is factory farming or caging them? Is there any other reason other than nature that would be wrong in your eyes, wanton cruelty?
Because we're letting go of our humanity for food.
Yeah.
That is what we're essentially doing. We're saying, okay, you don't have the right to breathe, even though you were here, and it's just wanton cruelty.
Would you
It's
say
not
you're taking away their right to breathe when you hunt them as well?
No.
Because obviously
No.
you're stopping their breathing, right?
No, because who's to say that another animal's not going to come and do what I'm doing?
Well, and other animals, say for example a lion, they will the mating competition. They'll kill and eat the babies. But
Yes,
obviously
because
we
they're
wouldn't.
a very social creature. They're
Yeah.
very social creatures.
Yeah.
Like elephants.
Like elephants, yeah.
They're very social creatures. So to put a newborn cow, something that is a social creature with social constructs, into a cage like that, that's harsh. You know?
But how can it be, you said that you're an animal lover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how can it be loving to hunt them? I don't understand that. I'm just trying
Sustenance. It's the cycle of the universe.
to kill
Do you
someone.
think the universe feels something when a war-star goes off killing billions of life forms?
Absolutely not. But
So why should I?
so do you think then it's justified for you to do anything to anyone?
Yeah.
Because you do.
Yeah. Picture of all the ants that I'm now killing doing this.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't no monk. You don't look everywhere with magnifying glass to make sure you don't kill.
No, but it
So
wouldn't.
who's to say that an ant's life form is less of a life form than a cow or a horse or a human being?
I don't think anyone's necessarily saying that. They're just saying that, in your life, that you're doing certain things, like, for example, putting your hands somewhere else in the supermarket.
Listen. The
Yeah.
only reason I ain't eating human flesh yet is because it's not f***ing legal. If it
Oh,
was
so if it
legal,
were legal.
I would have been eating a human yesterday.
So you would kill a human and
Yeah.
eat them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would. Yeah, I would. If I'm on a desert island, and it's between me and my best buddy, sorry, mate, you're losing a leg.
Well, obviously that's a survival situation, but we're just talking about generally.
I'll do it because I'm fucking hungry. It's got nothing to do
Yeah,
with
so
survival.
that's what people are doing now. They get hungry, they put their hands somewhere in the supermarket, they decide not to get the vegan chicken, they get the animal chicken instead. They're just hungry in the moment and they're making a choice. We're saying that's
Okay, well, I
bad choice.
dated a vegan for 9 months. I tried it myself, right?
Yeah.
Make her happy. Because men are stupid creatures that do that shit. But your meat doesn't taste like meat. It tastes like cardboard.
Which one?
The corn, the
Corn's
fucking,
vegetarian.
the chicken, everything. Oh, vegetarian, vegan,
Yeah,
don't
the-
be so pedantic.
yeah.
It's all the same.
No, unfortunately, because the dairy and egg industries, for
You sit
example.
down, sorry, I'm f***ing old.
That's fine. The dairy and egg industry, for example, they're vegetarian, but they're not vegan because do you know what happens in those industries?
I'm sure you're going to inform me.
If you'd like to know.
Go for it. I like grizzly shit.
Yeah, so with the dairy industry, for example, the cows are artificially.
What they do.
Or artificial insemination, yeah, you could consider it such because they aren't consenting to having someone's arm up their anus and then being.
That's just the way the universe works.
These things aren't fair and they don't need to happen. So why pick the mean, the nasty, the harmful option when you can pick a better
Because
option?
we don't live in a utopia. Utopia is a man-made thing that we created, right? Utopias do not f***ing work. They tried it in Russia, they tried it in China with the Great Leap Forward. Utopias do not work. And unfortunately, we need meat in our diet.
Where have you read that we need the flesh of animals? How is it a
My
biological?
doctor, I have an extremely high metabolism. Do you not see how f***ing skinny I am? And all I eat is meat. Because I have to, because of the protein.
There's protein in plant foods as well.
Yeah, but it tastes like shit.
What tastes like shit?
All the food replacement. The bacon. Have you had bacon?
Like this isn't bacon. Yeah, it smells the same as bacon. It's
it
really
smells
weird.
the same as bacon, but I don't eat shit up my nose. I eat shit in my mouth, and
Yeah.
that tastes foul.
Which one? The
It's this fucking thinly pink shit. Looks like a willy.
I'm not sure which one you mean.
I don't know. I'm not caught up on all the.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There's brands that you like and there's brands that you won't like. There's brands that are crap. It's just like other foods that are animal derived.
I want this to go on the record. All humans are.
I mean,
right?
you can
I'm
be better.
I'm a nihilist. I believe the nuke should fall tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
The sooner we're gone, all this will be reclaimed. All this will be reclaimed. The shitty concrete buildings, the fucking market behind us, all this will be reclaimed when we are gone.
Mm-hmm.
So the sooner that happens, the better, no?
Well, doesn't that compel you to be a good person so that you're not one of those people who's a...
No. Because accelerate, what I'm talking about is called accelerate, and I can't say that word. It's got a word to it. Accelerism, what the it is.
I'm trying to think what you mean.
It's like Elon Musk, who's another pleb.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of
He's
the
a pleb,
day,
I agree.
we need to hasten our demise off this planet. The quicker we can do that, put more CO2 in, have more kids. Yes, do it. Do it. The more fucking mouth breather we have out here, the better.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till we're dead. I fucking can't wait. Do you think this concrete that we're looking at right here is a natural formation from nature? No, of course it's not.
I would just say, just because you can't wait doesn't mean that it's fair on the animals. You were probably enjoying their lives, or could have enjoyed their lives had we have not been.
Okay, so when the meteor came, do you think the meteor was pick and choosing which dinosaurs it was going to take out? No, it took out every that was walking around.
I'm not sure what relevance that has to do with our treatment of individuals.
But I just think vegans have the right idea.
Yeah.
You have the right idea, but you need to learn how to talk to people.
Okay.
Like you're a nice person. You came up to me, I interacted with you, and that's how this interview got started.
Yeah.
If you give me your condescending bullshit, I will tell you to shove it up your arse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play like that.
Yeah.
Vegans are extremely condescending. I understand you have a message that you believe, and
Yeah.
you want people to follow that message. You are not going to get. You trap more flies using honey than shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Or
that?
agave nectar, because that's vegan. Yeah.
No, everything's about vegan.
I just think it's just better to leave animals alone. Like, we might want our demise to come sooner, but they don't, and it's not
Okay,
fair.
so you're vegan because you don't want the animals to get their feelings hurt or whatever.
I'm vegan because I
I'm
don't.
not going to shit all over your belief. It's not what I'm here.
No, I just want to explain. I'm vegan because I see no morally significant difference between humans and other animals that would justify their exploitation.
Plants feel emotions.
This-
If you get a plant and you feed it classical music, the plant grows a lot fucking higher, and it moves towards the sunlight.
That's not a sign of sentience. That's a sign of
Doesn't matter.
intelligence.
Still a sign of life, though.
Yeah, life is like
Still a sign of life,
like bacteria.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
does
matter.
when we're talking
in
about
my
feelings.
In my mind, I'm the same as a little weed growing in the crack.
Well, let's say, for example, that's even true. It would still compel you to be plant-based because obviously we feed so much of the food, like the crops, to animals, and that we destroy loads of foliage.
I'll stick with my meat. I like my meat. I'm a meat eater. I've been a meat eater for 20 years.
I was a meat eater for 18 years, and then I, changed
So
up.
what brought you to the dark side, if you don't mind me asking?
Learning about the dairy industry really
does.
shocked me.
Suck.
Yeah.
Like, why does a cow need a shackle?
Yeah, and why do they need their babies taken away from them and their babies to be killed?
That's fucked up. Like, if they're in a field and I'm hunting them, that's different. That's different.
I see no difference, but, obviously we might not see eye to eye on that. Killing is killing.
Well, no, because I have to go through a whole process when I hunt. I have to apply for a license to get my shotgun.
I know, I'm
and then
talking...
I have to ask the person to let me use their land. And then I have to go through the predator motions, which is me stalking this thing.
Yeah, but do you notice with those things, they're all about yourself. They're not about, like, the victim. So it makes no difference to the victim. They're either killed,
All right, you'll never hear another man say this, yeah?
All men are narcissistic pigs, including myself.
That's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Well, yeah, I mean, it does boil down to caring. And I think if you were the victim, you probably want someone to care about you in some aspect.
No.
Well,
I wouldn't want to get myself out of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for the conversation. I do appreciate it.